dude.
Hey, I do. That's gross.
I saw my
How do I-
name, and I
How do I
see
remove that?
the doctor's tonsils.
I don't have tonsils.
Oh, well, I saw where they
Oh.
would have been had you did.
I had a joke for that, but I'm trying to be nice.
No,
Were your
what,
parents related?
what else is new? I mean, go for it, Skipper.
Yeah,
Go
buddy.
for it.
It's not 10 o'clock yet. I can't.
Okay.
It is in some places.
Just remember, Renee is listening, and she thinks you're a nice guy.
That's why I knew she was listening.
Well, thank you everybody for showing up to tonight's Fish versus Fish. We had a super. What?
It's not fish versus fish tonight.
No, it's not.
Well,
It is.
we were going to do shrimp versus or fish versus fish, Shrimpy edition,
That's right.
Ah.
and it even says Shrimpy edition. But
Did you know that Sketty Nona was the first one in tonight?
no,
She was, because she
Whip,
talked.
you did it again. Whip, you did it again.
Oh, damn it. I'm going to get yelled at.
Go ahead, Ed. Finish
Go ahead.
describing what you were talking about, please, so we know what's going on here.
okay. Well, we had a super special guest coming on to our show tonight, but he got sick,
Oh,
so he couldn't make it. He was really looking forward to it, and we'll have to have him on again. But here's the situation: is I have a lot of variants of Neocaridina and Caridina shrimp, and we were going to ask him questions about them and vote what's the best. But, I mean, we do have the doctor right here. Whoops. Right here.
the man, the myth, the
I can't
legend.
use this arm because Nico's on it. And we even have Whip, who is known for eating shrimp.
Oh, that's me. I have eaten a shrimp.
And Skipper, who has shrimp.
That's this
And
guy
Skipper
right
has
here.
shrimps.
He has
Well-
PRLs, whatever those are.
And if I may, without interrupting, you have Alyssa PA. She is brand new here today.
Well, hi
So
there.
you should
Thank you for joining.
definitely say hi to Alyssa.
Hello, Alyssa.
Thank you, Alyssa, so much for coming. And tonight,
And she came
We're
here to see
scrambling.
me. She came here to see me.
She probably did.
Well-
I mean, you are the best looking out of the bunch of us.
Yeah, with my Stanley Tucci glasses. That's why I'm Dr. Awesome Tucci.
those are pretty cool. I got to get some real glasses. I broke these yesterday, and I had to use super glue to glue the hinge.
Did it work?
Well, of course.
It doesn't
Well, then what do
close
you need to
now,
get a
but
new
it
pair
stays
for?
open.
Well, I need to get real glasses. These are just readers, and my eyes are going to pot.
Hello, Stephen P.
Xanadu,
Well-
GRB, Merrick.
Let's
You got all kinds of
Whip
people
is
in
going to
here.
say hi to everybody.
Hi, everybody.
What he's doing.
You're awesome.
He can't let you talk. His wife's going to backhand him here in a minute.
She's gonna
It's
come down
all
and go. Shut up.
But we love Stephen P. And we love X2. Wait, did you say X2? Oh, yeah, X2.
Yeah, he's here.
X2, he is one of the other guys who is sick in our fish community. So we need to think about all of our sick friends.
Look at Alyssa Pay.
I-
What did
say-
Alyssa Pay say?
What her said?
What did she say?
She said,
Hey,
pronounce pay, not P. I'm here from Dr. Anthony's
Oh!
post last week. I watched the replay. So
it is because of you.
I was
That is
just
awesome.
joking.
Well, let's bring her up, and she can be our special guest tonight.
Come on up,
You can tell
Alyssa.
us,
Come on down.
Alyssa, is it true that Doc always smells like ivory?
Well, she wasn't in the same room with him.
I don't know the woman. You just saw the
Oh.
replay.
Oh, okay. I thought she was.
Smell-o-vision. Smell-o-vision.
She went to a thing that you did last week.
Benji. How you doing, Benji? And Slick Peck. Hey,
Ben.
John.
Like
310.
that,
And
and I'm
there's
here for Dr. A too. So
Well,
I'm
So,
here for Skipper.
do you guys? I'm here because I gotta be.
Oh, okay. I know Alyssa. I do know Alyssa. Alyssa is our fish sitter.
Oh, look at you.
So Dr.
So-
Anthony knows me with the last name West. I fish sit for him. Yes, she's our fish sitter.
Alyssa West.
Yes.
So it's like, oh, Adam West's daughter.
Yep, that's it. It's Adam West's daughter.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Known forevermore.
Well, she can be our official Batgirl of the show.
Okay,
But-
she's our bad girl.
Nevertheless, we were going to talk shrimp.
Hey, Denny.
Do we still want to try to talk shrimp? Let's see if we can wing this shrimp thing. And I have Neocaridina fish or shrimp and Caridina shrimp. Dr. Anthony, do you have any of those too? Or maybe you even have ghost shrimp or some other type of Florida shrimp.
No, I have some Neos and some Caridinas as well.
Okay. And how about you, Skip?
Am I allowed to talk?
Well, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know if you'll get interrupted or not, but you can try. Skip. Or he took his thing out of his mouth. So
You all suck.
Yes, I have Neos and the PRLs are Caridinas, pure red lines.
nice,
So yes, I have a few shrimp.
awesome. And Whip, have you ever had shrimp?
I've had all kinds of shrimp. Usually white
Fried,
shrimp or pink shrimp or
coconut,
brown shrimp or tiger shrimp.
Cocktail.
Yeah. Usually with cocktail sauce.
Okay, well, then let's wing it.
For the
Once-
record,
once-
I did try a bag of 10 at the a couple swaps ago, and they all perished within 24 hours. So clearly, my water was not good, or they didn't like my water, I should say. Hey, Jody P.
Jody P. Well, and I am going to have a really hard time riding with Nico on my arm.
Well,
So-
kick him off.
Buddy,
Ed,
well,
fit in your-
Ed,
You can move
Hey.
him. It is allowed.
it's kind of against the law to move a cat, but
Ed,
I don't. It is.
what's up, Skip?
too late. I already have my notebook ready.
Okay.
Nice. Well, are
Do I
you
need a
gonna?
notebook? I came
No, I was
unprepared.
gonna. He's my backup scorekeeper.
Oh, okay, good. You thought that ahead of time.
Yep,
I always do.
he really does. He's my prepared co-host. Okay, let's see. We'll have
He's my prepared.
Yep.
Doc, what the fuck?
Whip, Ed.
Sorry.
We're here for
And
eye
Doc.
candy, Whip. We're eye candy.
I apologize, people.
Okay, so
I snuck
we
right out
have now all of these shrimp. It was really hard to try to figure out 10 of the best shrimp. So what I did was I went to the Garden of Eater and went to their website, and I picked just not even 10 of their best, just 10, because they have bajillions of shrimp to sell.
Yeah, they do.
And I did say I asked Grant like 2 minutes before the show started if he wanted to join us, but that guy is probably sleeping. He drove from through Chattanooga during the storm and had a flat tire, and it was like storming bad. And he's been busy like nonstop. So I understand him not doing a last minute join us deal. But
he had a rough travel home. You guys, did you catch any of that on the live stream that they were doing? Holy cow!
well, guess what? I've been talking to him over texts the last few days.
Woof. Yeah, that was a rough go.
Do you want me to
Yeah.
tell them the rules?
Yes,
Tell them the rules.
I have to call.
All right. So what's going to happen is we're going to vote on these from 1 to 10. After we do our vote, we will get a tally of what the chat will vote also from 1 to 10. Whenever I click start, go ahead and put your vote in. And whenever we get enough, Ed will roll a set of dice, and we will add. We doing one or two people.
We're doing 2 people.
2 people from the chat. We will add yours into the final tally.
2. That's one too many. Start. All right,
Okay,
Doctor.
let me. I have to go to the dice, and I have to find the dice app on my
Aren't
phone.
you ready, Ed?
I forgot all about the dice. Oh, but while I'm looking for the dice, I could talk about Lowe's. My local
Oh, and
Lowe's.
how they've disappointed you?
Yeah.
You got your door
They
yet?
said that nope. They said that they can't do anything because it's on the insulator or the installation people's fault, and they won't give discounts because people mess up on that side. But it's a lie. My sister went in there, and it turns out that they have constantly ordered the wrong door, and they keep sending it back. And the idiot in charge back there just orders the exact same door every time and sends it back for 6 months. So the manager said he was going to take care of it, and we'll see if he does. Okay. But I still think he should buy my mom some flowers.
Yep. He should buy her a couple doors. Is what he should buy her.
Yeah, I mean, it's like $2,400 worth of stuff. Hey, did you see that Larry P's here too?
Larry D is here.
Larry
I
D?
just saw
I mean,
that
Larry
as you were
D?
saying it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that what you said?
No,
I think
he
I said
Do
Larry
you have a
D.
description? Do you have a description on this shrimp?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
let's hear it.
this is a Neocaridina. They can live in harder water. The blue velvets are a neat little guy. They're like kind of transparent, and their eggs, I think, are yellow under their bellies. I've had these in the past. So basically, our professional was going to tell us exactly a lot about each one, but like their lines and stuff. But all I can do is say I've owned these and they were cool, and I don't remember why they all died.
Can I just say I see like a handful of people. I guess it's more than a handful, but we do need some more voters. 1 to 10 people. There's 30 something people in here. Let's get some because Ed's gonna roll some dice and he might pick you.
Well,
1 to 10.
I'm going to add a 6-sided dice and an 8-sided dice. And if more people show, then we'll do more. So I'm going to give these guys, they're pretty cool. I'm going to give them a 6.
I'll give him a 7.
7. Dr. Anthony, have you ever had these guys?
Never have.
Have you ever seen them before?
Yes, I have.
Now, you've been to Grant's house, right?
Yes, I have.
How many shrimp would you guess that Grant owns?
Good Lord, he's got
Total?
Yeah.
Probably.
Well, just types.
Oh, types?
Like species.
Probably
Yeah.
50.
Wow.
Yeah, they have a lot more that they don't even have on their website.
Right, that they're growing out or trying to like get the numbers up.
Yep. Some of the higher end shrimp.
Now, some of these guys we show tonight may not be on their website right now for sale, or they might be like it just they kind of come and go as he has groups. Like they might be sold out or not. But and they always have good deals. Like they just had a Valentine's deal. They'll probably be having an Easter sale here coming up soon. And this guy might be on it because it kind of looks Eastery.
Ed, you gonna say hi to Oinky or not?
Oinky, how are you?
Say hello to the Oinkster.
Let's see. She said hi again to all the chat. Well, thank you, sweetheart, for coming and saying hello.
Hey,
Okay.
Whip and Skip, you gonna vote or what?
I'm going to give it full disclosure, which we already kind of covered. I don't know crap about shrimp, but looking at that picture, if that is a fair representation, I would give that a 6.
Oh,
It's a pretty cool looking shrimp if you're going to do shrimp.
Okay. And it likes harder water.
Yeah, which might actually live in my water.
What say you, Skipper?
I never had these before. I've seen them in person. I don't care for them too much because they don't pop a lot for me with their color. And I'm going to give them a 6.
A 6? And now,
lower mine to a 6 as well.
okay. So we got, well, that's good. So now we don't have 666. Now it's 66666. Okay. And let's see what people get. We have a 3 and a 6.
3 is Xanadu with an 8.
And an 8. Nicely done, my friend.
Ooh. I wonder if he's had them.
And 6.
If you guys have had this shrimp, put a 1 in the chat whenever you see one that you have, just so we have an idea if they're a popular shrimp.
Don't put
And
a
a
1
2 if
because
you
they'll
don't.
think
Oh,
they're
wait.
voting on it with a 1.
Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. How about
X, X,
a
X.
capital X? Yeah. Good point. And no numerals today. Okay.
And number 6 is Select Pet with a 5. And Ed that gives you a total of 37.
You doing okay tonight, there,
nice.
Skipper?
This is awesome, Skip.
Okay, just looking a little frazzled.
I'm a little tired. It was a rough day today. It wasn't good.
I'm sorry, buddy. Thank you for making it. These are the orange-red Neos.
Oh, I like that.
Well, so do I. And so, Whip, you want to go first? You said you like this shrimp.
I do. I'll give that an 8. I mean, I would like to see color, just my own personal preference, all the way through. Nose to tail. But that's kind of a cool looking thing.
What did you say? 8?
8.
All right.
Now, one thing in Grant's talks, he mentions that people try to get blue fish first, or like humans are naturally attracted to the blue fish. And let's see if that works the same with the shrimp too tonight when it just says like a little science project when we're all done.
John Cox is here, just so everybody knows.
John
And
Cox?
Miss Dee Dee's here.
Oh, sweet Dee Dee. I sent you a text message. I don't know if you got it about the wedding.
One more fish is here.
One more fish.
Jesse.
And Melvin.
Hiya, Mel.
I'm gonna give these a 7. I kind of like how that they're. I'm gonna call them two-tone.
Huh? Yeah, or calico almost.
Yeah,
They're kind of 3 tones.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Don't forget to vote, people. We need your votes.
What say you, Dr. Anthony?
I'll give it a 6.
Well,
Not
I
very
picked this
impressed.
one. Well, that's sad. But I picked this one because it reminded me most of a Chiefs uniform.
Of course.
So, because it like is a nice red top on the top with white pants.
Got the orange in it too.
Yeah. We're going to give this guy, I think I would really like to have a tank of these. So I'm going to give it a 9.
Ooh, a 9.
Yeah. I'm always looking for some type of a fish or a shrimp that will look chiefy. And I don't have
I'm the
I
same
don't
way.
have any
I'm always
red and
looking for the
yellows.
black and the gold.
Do you like
it.
tequila sunrise guppies, Ed?
You know, I bought some from a fish store and they didn't make it out of quarantine.
Oh, that sucks.
But they were very pretty. Okay, we've got a 3
Again?
and a 4.
Well, that'll be easy. 3 is 8, and that is Benjamin Peters.
And
And number 4 is Seville Steve with a 7.
Somebody who clearly knows how to judge fish.
That gives you a total of 45 on that fish or shrimp.
holy cow. And you know what?
Shrimp.
We could be mean and do this like a judging and see which one wins, like at the shows, and judge them also by their legs and everything else. Well, we'll talk about that in the next fish. I mean, the next shrimp. The fancy red tigers.
Ooh.
And these are a poppin', and I'm sure that these are probably Carandinias. Okay, help me out. Do Caradinia have more of that? Like when you look at their tail, it just seems like it has 4 little leaves at the bottom. Is that a trait to Caradinia, or is that all shrimp? Do any of you guys know?
You talking about the way the fin's
what?
shaped?
Yeah. Can you see my, right here?
Yeah.
See how there's 4 little things? Let's just go see if that's on the
Okay.
Nia.
I'm looking at my cherries right now. They have that also.
But your cherries
well.
are cardinas as well.
They're neocaradinas.
Are they neocardinas?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, well maybe it just with the Caradinias, maybe it's just more pronounced because the colors are so solid in them. Maybe that's why I notice it more.
It's very coily.
Yeah, they're neat. I mean, they're real neat. I'm okay. Now, like I said, if we were at a show judging these 10 guys, this one would probably score pretty high because it looks amazing. One thing is, like, when they're judging, they look at the legs to see if they're totally white or totally the color of the canopy, the shell carries over to the legs. So if the legs are more clear, they lose points for that. We can't measure them because we don't have a measuring device. Another thing they do when they're judging, they compare them to the shrimp next door, like next to each other. So like this shrimp and this shrimp's color or system looks very similar, but this one has a little less red. So they would judge down because you want to get ones that are like this one in the background would probably look more white, like this one right here. So if he was pulling 5 of these out for a competition, he would either get like ones that are like 70% white or these ones that are about 50% white together. But that said, I'm going to give these guys a 7. I think they're really pretty. What do you think, Dr. Anthony?
9. I like these.
Ooh. And the only thing I didn't do, I probably should have put the price down somewhere so we'd have a clue.
Nah.
Because these, I bet, are expensive. But I don't know. I honestly don't
Sometimes they are, sometimes they're not, right?
Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't.
Yep. Okay, Mr. Whip. Whip.
I'm going to go with a 9 as well. I really like the, if that's a fair representation, I do like that a lot. I like the stark white against the stark red with all the different patterns. So I will give that a 9.
Okay.
I'm going to give them an 8. They are a very pretty shrimp. I keep wanting to say fish. Oh my. There's fish all around me. That's why I keep saying fish. But no, I'm gonna give them an 8. I like how sharp they are, and the colors are very brilliant. I'm gonna give them.
They are. It almost makes me hungry for candy because it looks like candy colors.
Well, somebody did mention in chat they look like a candy cane.
A little bit.
Oh, nice. 6 and
Hey, Holly.
2.
You freak.
You got to give bigger
Hey, Ollie.
numbers there, Ed.
What
Are we getting more people?
Yeah, there's 36 people.
you said 6 and 2?
Yes.
Yep. 6 and 2.
Nancy B with a 5.
Oh man, Nancy, harsh.
And then let's see, Benjamin Peters with a 9.
Good job.
Thank God there's Benjamin. 'Cause
Yeah.
Nancy clearly
You know,
doesn't
those
know what
people
she's
living in
talking about.
Tennessee, you know,
I know. You
they
got.
don't know what they're talking about.
And that
Wait, what did that?
They're usually
that
drunk on hooch.
that one right now is our top contender at a 47.
Ooh, 47.
Now, what did
Best number
Nancy
in the
give
world.
that guy?
A 5.
Nancy gave it a 5, and Benjamin
5.
Peters said 9.
9.
Holy cow! So yeah, the Tennessee people really said, "No, thank you. You look too much like you're from Alabama." Okay,
Nancy, you're welcome.
the cherry shrimp. Oh, I should have said you look too much like a Georgia Bulldogs colors because she likes that team. The typical cherry shrimp. Now this guy is like the staple. This is the most generic shrimp that you can get. And if you can't get your cherries to survive, you ought to just forget having shrimp. Because these things seem to be the hardiest shrimp I've ever had. Hands down. They're easy, they're everywhere, and I like them. I'm going to give them a
3.
6.
Oh,
He likes
that was
them. He
so
gives them a
close.
6. Wow.
I really, really like them.
Like
I'm
them,
gonna
yeah.
give them a 6.
I have cherry shrimp right now. They don't die. They just multiply.
I'll give it a 5.
I have ghost shrimp for about 15 seconds every couple of weeks.
Do you know how to tell if your ghost shrimp has a worm in it? Because a lot of times ghost shrimp that you buy for feeders will have this really long hair worm type thing in it. And you can literally see it through the fish. And I had a guy say, you don't want to buy those. And he pulled it out. The manager, he took the shrimp, ripped it in half in front of me, and pulled this worm that was almost 1.5 inches long.
Woo! Well, who's to say those aren't tasty?
Well, Dr. Anthony, is it good to, do you know what type of hair worms I'm talking about? It's a parasite worm, but I don't know if it's bad for fish.
Probably more likely it is. If it's in shrimp's probably the intermediate host, and the fish are its definitive host, the host that the adult lives in. So who knows?
Would it be ingested though, or would it just transfer?
Well, probably be ingested.
Yeah. So it's just more protein, right?
Well,
no, he means ingested. That's how it gets into the body of the fish.
No, that's what I'm asking. Would it become food, or would it actually inhabit the next?
it would, if it's truly a fish parasite, it would inhabit the fish.
Oh, well, that's no good.
And then, the adult stage would reproduce inside the fish.
But maybe I'll try to, I don't know who that guy is. He's a fish store owner in Knoxville that did it, but I don't think he likes YouTube, so I don't think he would ever tell us much about it live. But maybe I'll go there and take pictures if he ever has another batch like that.
and Nancy both came in. Nancy was first with horsehair worm. Does that sound right?
Yes, horsehair worm. That's it. Thank you. I was just about to go horse, and then I decided not to.
You know what? We should have had Papa Shrimps on. He's in the house tonight.
I bet you he would have come up.
Oh,
Yeah.
And he's the guy who taught me a lot about how to judge shrimps.
Well,
Jerry, would you like to join us?
Is
he's
he even here?
Last minute.
yeah. If he's
Did I
coming
miss
on,
him?
I'm going off.
And Bun Bun is here. Hi, Bun Bun.
Who's
Let me see if I
Bun
got
Bun?
Jeremy on my phone number.
Papa
I
Shrimp
still don't
is
have
here.
Whip and Skip's number
Yes.
on the cherries.
Oh, I'm just going to give it a 3 because I hate them.
Let's go to P's for Papa Shrimp and see if I named him there.
Why'd you vomit me there, Bunny? I didn't know who Bun Bun was.
I do have his phone number.
I know Bunny Viper. He said he'd come on.
Do you? Yeah, send him. Do you have his contact information there, Mr. Ed?
As long as he hasn't changed his phone number
Mr.
in the
Ed,
last
speaking
several
of
years.
horsehair, Mr. Ed. Get it?
What is it?
I saw where you went with that.
Man, that was harsh, Bun Bun.
I'm gonna give him an 8 because it was one of the first shrimp I had, and if you really call them out, you get a more red to them. This one to me would be a call because there's a lot of clear and white in it, but I would give it an 8.
See now,
I kind of felt the same way. Mine are all
I think-
solid reds or brownish reds.
had it been a bright red, I would have upped it the score. But I'm assuming this is a representation of what they really look like. So if it's
Well,
not,
what do you mean, what they really look
Well,
like?
I mean,
No.
do they look like that, or are they more red than that?
Well, it depends
this
on.
is-
Depends.
Yeah.
You know.
The grade level. This is a low grade
Yeah.
cherry. It really is. And
Oh,
I'm sure
okay.
that the Garden of Eden sells them as a low grade cherry. They're not selling them as a high end
Okay.
cherry.
They're a coal.
If they were a
Bun
true
Bun.
red,
Okay.
if they're a true red, I would up my score to at least a 5. I do like red, but that doesn't do any. This picture of it does not do anything for me.
We should have a picture of scappers.
Did Papa Shrimp get that text?
I
'Cause he
know
may have
said
changed
it's
his
the
phone
same
number.
number as before, and he'd come on.
Oh, awesome. Okay, well, we'll look for him.
Uh-oh, I saw my name.
Good night, JDP.
Hey, Jody P.
Say
Jody
ya.
P, come on, you can't go to bed already. It's early. I have to run a show after this.
You want to shake those numbers up?
Yeah, shake
Yes,
'em.
I do.
Shake your
Shake it up.
booty. Shake your
Shake, shake,
booty.
I gotta find them. There they are. We've got a
It is a poor quality.
4 and a 3.
Number 3 is Branton Lightcap with a 7.
He clearly doesn't know what he's looking at.
Oh gosh, my pen just died.
I hate it when it dies like that.
Okay.
Jeff Pelham. Hey, Jeff Pelham.
My gosh.
And
Okay,
then
everybody.
you have Elisa Pay with a 6, and that gives you a total of 35.
Hey, just so y'all know,
What?
Mama Susan is here. From Susan's
What?
Aquatics.
Oh, hey, Susie Q. Not Susie Q, but Susan.
That's Susie Q.
Yeah. Not Susie Q. I've been on.
Run, Susan.
Yeah.
Here's a. I don't know if I've got a good intro. Get ready for the amazing Papa Shrimp. Thank you so much for joining us.
What's going on?
Hey, buddy, what's going
Hey,
on
man.
with you?
Oh, I saw that there was some talk going on about some shrimp and fish stuff, so I figured I'd, pop in and say I love shrimp.
How do you
Oh
feel
my
about
gosh. Well, our expert got sick last minute, and so we got 4 people here talking shrimp that don't know what we're talking about.
one
Hey,
for sure?
Speak for yourself there, Eduardo.
Well, Papa Shrimp, what do you
Yes.
think about horsehair worms?
Are you talking about the little squiggly worms we all find in our tanks if they're shrimp only?
No, it's a worm that's found in ghost shrimp when they're like in the breeder groups. And I had a owner tell me this, and you can see it's like a little thing of hair, or it's almost like hair spaghetti. and he ripped it open and pulled it out, and it was like this long. It was like 1.5 to 2 inches long. Parasite.
Right.
I don't know. I know you don't do ghost shrimp because they're not like a pretty fancy fish and they're hard to breed and stuff. I don't know if they get in the rest of the community.
The way that I look at it is, it doesn't matter if it comes from a wild shrimp, a ghost shrimp, a mono shrimp, or anything. But if it's a parasite that lives inside the invertebrate, then I probably don't want it in my tank. I mean, is it harmful? I don't know because I haven't experienced it. But just the term parasite makes me say I'd rather not have to deal with them.
Gotcha.
But that's just me.
Well,
I mean, we have all kinds of flatworms and detritus worms and all these other different kinds of worms that live in the ecosystem in our aquariums. You know, and I've had to adjust it, not panicking when I see a little flatworm in my aquarium, because not all flatworms are planaria. You know, but
gotcha.
To each his own. I just throw a couple of fish in my aquarium every time I see something I don't like, and the fish take care of it. And then I take the fish out and put it back in their aquarium.
See, I think the best fish for eating planaria for me is the dwarf powdered grammies. What type of fish do you use to eat them?
Yeah, the gouramis are awesome for that. But I usually just use everything, any of my tiny fish, my fry guppies and my clown killifish, they tend to eat anything that flies in their face. So
nice. Well, I don't ever see the planaria in any of my guppy tanks, so totally makes sense.
I just try to use nature to combat it. Now, if I seriously run across like a real planaria issue, then I use no planaria and I just douse my tank with it and then do a water change about 2 days later, and usually it's taken care of.
I like no planaria also. I thought I had a bag right behind me, but I don't. It's in the fish room. But well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop voting and I'm going to give Papa Shrimp my votes. Okay, this is called a blood dragon. Now all these shrimp are from the Garden of Eden, just so you have a heads up. I pulled them all off his Instagram because they were just really pretty shrimp that he had on there that were close-ups. And would you rank this between a 1 and a 10? This dragon blood, I think it's probably a Caridina.
Yes, it's a Caridina.
Now,
I'd give it, me personally, I would do an 8 on this one in the picture.
it's fine. And is there anything that you think about these guys that are better than others, or that you got any special requirements?
Well, for me, when I look at the dragons, any type of the dragon, you know, the red dragons, the blue dragons, any of those that are dragon bloods, I like to see a more of a color difference. This one's like really awesome because it is full body color. But me personally, I like the patchy blotches with a little bit of the translucent body, like the red dragons or the blue dragons. Those are pretty awesome.
Oh yeah, I kept thinking this is a red dragon, but it's called a blood dragon.
Yeah, because it's got that dark blood look to it. I don't know what color it is exactly, but
dried blood. Gotcha. Okay, well, Dr. Anthony, what do you think of this little guy?
You know, I don't want to disagree with the Papa, but I give it a 9. I like this shrimp.
Well, he gave it an 8. He liked it. So you guys, I think, agreed.
You're close.
Okay, Mr. Wick.
I am also going to give that an 8, just because I do like red and black together as a combination. I always have, always will. I can't do anything about it.
The nice thing about this is look at the red in its legs too. It carries its color into its legs. Here's a little bit of a white on this leg and this leg, but we've got red in the others. It's kind of cool. Okay, and Skip, what do you say?
Well, I think it's a pretty neat looking shrimp, and I'm actually going to be looking at getting these now because I think it's pretty
Nice.
neat. And if you look at the one to the left, there's different variation of the dragon blood. So,
The one to the left. Oh,
Well,
nothing
there's
there.
a red tail here.
yeah,
You see my mouse right here?
Yeah.
I'm giving them a 10. I want this shrimp.
Woo, nice.
Now, let's
choice.
ask Papa Shrimp, do they make the dragons in yellow? Could you get a black or a blood yellow dragon where it's
I don't
like
think we
dark?
have golden dragons yet.
Okay.
Well, can you make that happen? Because that would be
I've
cool.
seen the red ones, I've seen the blue ones, I've seen the black ones, and this is my first time of setting my eyes on this one here that's pictured.
Okay. This was a Valentine special deal he was selling. I don't know if it was this year or last year. But
Well, if it
very
was
cool.
Valentine's,
Now let's-
it could have been last year.
yeah.
This is a Neo, right?
Yes.
It is a
We
Neo?
got 8 and 4. Oh, this is a Neo
This is a
Carradine.
Carradina.
I mean a
All
Carradine.
right.
I'm sorry. Yes. Carradine is hard. Neo means easy.
Neo
Right.
means new.
I kind of think it's the other way around for me. Carradinas are easy, Neos are a little bit harder.
Oh, really?
Oh my gosh.
You are the opposite the majority of the nation.
Yes,
And
and,
the-
that's
and the
because
world.
I've gotten so used to prepping my water for Carradinas that I'm starting to realize that the Neos, they just need a little bit more calcium. They need more KH. You know, it helps their shells, it helps them grow, it helps them produce. But since I'm focused so much on Carradinas, I kind of just, for me, it's kind of like I have to
That
work
makes sense.
to do my Neos.
That tracks.
Okay, well,
4 is Nathan Gills to Guardians with a 10, or Gardens with a 10. And
Wow.
you said 8, right?
It's dark in here.
Select Pet with a 6. Your total
oh my gosh, John.
is 51, so this is now the top
Oh,
dog.
the new winner.
Oh boy.
And I just would like to bring everybody's attention to the fact that Danny Velez is in the house.
What's up,
Hey,
brother
Danny.
Dan?
There's a V for his last name. I would
You
type a little.
forgot to say hi to somebody, Ed.
Yes. Uncle Bruce, I love you. And Aunt
Uncle
Donna, I love you.
Bruce!
Thank you so much, Skip. I was literally thinking about that while Papa Shrimp was talking, and I literally forgot.
You're sharing a brain.
Thank you, Skip. Well,
You're
let's
welcome.
see what is on the dock for the
Hey,
next one.
can I
Yep.
can I interrupt for just 1 second, because we are
Why not? You always
we're
do
only-
it.
I know, but just for a public announcement, and this is not for anything, but just so you all know, some friends of the Fish Fam community, Mr. Pep and Miss Foxanne, are going to be getting hitched here pretty soon. And they are looking for some help with the dinner and the cost of the wedding. And if you want to go to fishfamlink.com, you can check that out and donate if you want. And they also have, and I don't remember the dates anymore. That was last week, and it's slipped my brain. But they are having an auction coming up really soon.
It is April 12th at 6 p.m. on Stephen P's channel.
There you go. See, I knew Skip would be there for me when I failed to remember the times and dates.
Now, Thank you. And we love those guys. So
We do.
everybody
We
show
love
up
them a
and
lot.
it'll be awesome. And what they're doing is they're raising money to buy pizza for everybody to eat there.
Pizza
So
and
if you
yep,
want
yep.
pizza to eat after the wedding, buy some fish and buy some fish from them and get some pizza later. I mean, it's a great deal.
You can't lose.
You can't. Okay, so this is a guy that I actually have in my tanks, the blue bolts. Now, this blue bolt looks a little different from my blue bolts. This is probably a higher grade, but I kind of like mine better. Mine have, well, I shouldn't say I like mine better, but
Well, you
I
could
have
say that.
the tail is more of a cream color, and the top canvas or head, what saddle? Is this called a
Carapace.
saddle, Jerry?
Okay, sure.
Well, what's the head called?
Head.
The carapace.
Okay, well, the carapace are blue, and the tails are more of a cream to blue color.
Tail is called the
You know-
abdomen.
The abdomen.
Oh, the abdomen would be in the middle,
Abdomen.
wouldn't it?
Which part is the carapace?
It's the head.
I thought the whole thing was a carapace.
I thought
But-
the middle would be the carapace.
I thought it was the carapace was like the saddle, what we call the saddle.
Yeah, the head region.
Isn't it 3 regions?
Yeah,
That's
the
on an
carapace
end. Is
and
there?
the head. Because it's not the same. It's not all the same, is it?
It's all the same.
Well, I don't know.
Oh,
I'm
all
not
right.
you're
I'm
the
gonna leave it
doctor,
to you
so
guys
I'll
because
trust
I
you.
don't know what the hell I'm talking about.
Yeah, me neither.
This is where they make anthrax, right? In the back.
Anthrax?
Just saying.
That's
Okay.
a pretty blue bolt, though.
Yeah, it is. And I've thought about getting some more blue bolts, because my blue bolts are monsters. Mine have grown so big, but they don't have babies, and so I've started adding RO water, and hopefully that'll get them to start having babies. Because I have never seen blue bolts as big as mine. They're like over an inch long, but like they just don't have kids. So maybe they'll start having kids. I've been giving them that soft water now for about 5 or 6 months.
What is your TDS at?
I don't know. There's wood in there.
No, what I'm saying is that if there's anything that I've learned about Caradinas is that if the TDS is too low and the water is too pure, then they will drop their eggs. They may get buried up, but they'll drop them soon after if there's not enough TDS.
So I want less TDS.
No, you want a
I
little
own-
bit more. You want to stay at least around 100 minimum for
Okay.
most of your
And you know-
Caradinas.
I own one of those little electric pins that you stick in there and it tells you. I've just never taken it out of the package.
What's
because
it
I
tell
don't
you?
figure it out.
Don't tell Stephen P, but they're very useful for shrimping to get a quick measurement on what's going on in your tank. Nothing else.
What's it measuring though? He doesn't even tell you. You just know that there's stuff in there.
You're right.
It's
exactly.
measuring some dots inside the water that you can't
Like
see.
if you go and you stir up your aquarium and it's floating debris, everything, and you stick your pen in there, well, don't trust what the numbers it gives you. But if your tank has been stable and you're just checking it just to see how it's doing, the number it gives you generally gives you a pretty decent idea of whether you have too much or not enough minerals.
Now,
And that's all I use, for testing my water is my TDS meter. And I can tell you, I know for
TDS
sure
meter, that's what I have.
because I have some blue steel that dropped eggs, but the TDS was only at 88. So I added some minerals to get it up to about 120.
So,
well,
wait, I want to answer a question, even though it was for Papa Shrimp on from Select Pet, I think it was, about what's
Go
better,
for it.
RO or distilled. Distilled has nothing in it. It's the water vapor that they collect, and nothing else is there. RO does have a little bit of stuff, but not much. So they're almost identical to each other. Distilled You know, it's a lot more expensive to produce, actually, because you're going to need to boil that water. What say you, Papa Shrimp?
I have experimented with both because I even did a video one time about just using distilled water that I purchased because I was in a bind. I didn't have my filter set up. So I used distilled water. But I also learned something from that as well because you still have to check the water that you buy because sometimes it'll say it's distilled water, but you put your TDS meter on there and it'll be like 350.
Wow.
That is not distilled
No,
water.
that's not distilled water.
20, 30, 40, I'd live with it. But 350, that is not distilled water. That's just your regular old typical spring water. So, but I prefer to use the RODI units. I use the cheap little RO Buddy, I think it's what it's called. And that gives me my RODI water. And when I first started, it's about 3 TDS, usually between 0 and 3. But I like the RODI. It's, to me, starting off at pretty much a blank slate and then adding my minerals from there gives me a lot more sense of control. I may not really have control, but it makes me feel like I do.
I had some fancy pants shrimp I got from Jen Williams like 6 years ago.
Fancy fans.
And they
I
were
like that. What?
Yeah, well, they were called Taiwan bees something, and they were brown and white, like bumblebee type looking things, and they were doing really good in my water. But when I finished my fish room, I drained down the 10-gallon tank to about a gallon of water, and I picked it up and moved it into the other room, and I filled it up, and they all died. And
Oh, no.
I don't know if it was because it got all stirred up, you know, the bottom got all stirred up, or if it was all the new water. But I wiped out the whole colony that I was so proud of myself. Because she gave a bag to James and a bag to me, and James died right away. So I was like bragging that mine were living forever. And then I killed him like instantly.
Karma. See what happens when you brag?
I know. Well, they had to move. They were sitting right in the middle of my living room. So we got blue bolts on the table. One of my personal favorite shrimp in the hobby. I've got my blue bolts came from Maria Z. So I'm extra fond of mine. But Skipper, what do you think about blue bolts?
I think this is a very nice shrimp. I like how the color is solid on it. I'm going to give it a 7.
7. Okay, Whip. Uh-oh. Maybe Whip went to the bathroom.
Doc Anthony said an 8 before he left.
Okay. And I guess I'll give Whip's score.
No, wait.
And I'm
I must speak.
Okay.
I give it.
What do you score this guy?
What were you going to give it?
I was going to give it a 9.
A
Look
9?
you can see that speckled blue through its legs. See the legs? There's the speckled blue through it. It is an awesome shrimp. It is
I do like it.
a really an amazing. I would put this on my wall if it was a painting. It would
I'm
put me in.
gonna drop it just by 1, I think, because I'm not a huge fan of blue, but I do like the speckles. If that was red with the same pattern, it would definitely be a 10. But I'll give it an 8. How about an 8?
Okay. And how about you, Papa Shrimp?
I'm going to go with the 9 because blue is my favorite color. I really
Blue
like
is my favorite color too.
You just said you didn't like it because it was blue. You goober.
But I love how, like you pointed out, the speckles going all the way through the legs. And if you look really closely, you could see the speckles are in the antenna as well. And so that shows me right there that speckled color when it has babies, it's going to be bred in throughout the genetics and even probably get darker blue.
Now, is this a female?
Yes. And the reason I could say that pretty confidently is the body. What do they call that? The cape.
I might have.
The second one flanges out and goes around. That's so that way the segments in between on either side can stretch for the eggs, so it has the little pouch. Males they're all straight.
Oh, I see it. Okay.
See, I could tell it was a girl, but I couldn't tell you how that I knew that. You just said. I wish I could be that way. Okay, so here we go. We've got a number 3 and a number 9 on the blue bulls.
Woohoo!
And
Uncle Smiley with the number 5.
oh, Uncle Smiley,
Uncle
good
Smiley.
man, a 5. Well, I'm not going to get him blue bolts for Christmas, that's for sure. Okay.
Then
Although it'd be
you got-
funny if you did.
Hey, Doc, your shirt's
got-
going to be mailed out on Monday. I know it's about 3 years late, but
You and Ed are in the same boat.
Yeah, right.
You got Seville Steve with the number 8. That gets you a total of 45.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, well, Uncle Smiley killed my good fish.
Wait, Papa Shrimp. The only problem is I don't live at that address anymore.
Yeah.
I moved to Oregon in June.
well, you'll have to update me with your address then. Shoot me an email if you would, please.
Steven never tests his water.
This is
Hey,
the
Fox
Snow
Sam's
White
here.
Crystal.
Hey, Fox Sam.
And I thought Oinky would like this because it has crystal in the name. But I don't know.
Why? Because she does
And it's
crystal
kind of
meth.
got. And
That's her name, sir.
I didn't know her name. I only know her as Oinky.
and this kind of
That's
has
a good
the
name.
pig colors, the colors of a pig.
Yeah, but that's just not good.
Okay, so with that said, Dr. Anthony,
Yeah,
sell
Doc.
us on this Snow White crystal meth
Ooh, you know,
shrimp.
I don't. I give it a 4
Yeah, that's
Ooh.
not good.
because if it was pure white,
Right.
I think it'd be better. But with that orangish yellow belly on the abdomen, just it doesn't do anything for me. In fact, it turns me off.
Big words.
Here. It already looks like it's
Jake
been
is-
cooked.
Jake
looks
is
like it's
the
been
exact
boiled.
opposite, man.
Okay, well, Whip, what do you say about this?
I'm going to
guy?
give it a 2 because I don't like it at all. I mean, I love your crystal and my crystal, but I don't like that shrimp at all. I wish it was either pure white or, not that.
You know, it should say peed on white snow.
Yellow
Right.
snow.
Yellow snow.
Yellow snow.
Yellow snow.
Well, what do you say? We probably just killed a whole line of
No,
Grant
those
shrimp.
white,
Nobody's ever going to buy these.
those are nice
What-
white shrimp.
People are allowed to have their opinions. That somebody
Yeah.
probably loves that shrimp.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm going to give it a 6. With the right color
Oh.
substrate, with a dark substrate, that thing's going to pop all throughout the tank.
For sure.
I'm-
You will
I'm giving
definitely
it
see it across the room in a tank like they have it, and where I think that looks like, unless it's just a trick of photography, but that looks like a black substrate with a black background.
Papa
Whoa.
Shrimp, I don't need a T-shirt. I need those shrimp.
You don't like them. They're a 4 to you.
No, but look at how white those are.
Millions of people
don't
have the
like
wrong
them.
opinion.
look at
No, I didn't.
Look at
like
their little
the
legs
yellow
are white.
Those are pure white.
It's taking
Yeah, see
me a
now, if they
long
look
time.
like this would be different. I mean, it's kind of blurry on my end, but
Yeah, I'm trying to fix it.
Those look
that
like
looks
maggots.
way better.
They're so white, they're hard to focus on.
Yes. That's usually the problem with the white ones.
Is
But I
is
work
this what
hard
those
on
are? Papa
These
Shrimp?
look like ghosts almost.
Yeah,
Like they
that's
could
what I was
be
gonna
because they
say.
kind of glow.
Yep.
These are basically Snow White also, but there's some of them that still have the black on them. Let's see if I can find them. But they're basically come from these shrimp right here.
Oh, you can make me throw up.
Is that the tigers that we were just looking at?
No, these are PBLs, pure black lines.
Oh, I
Oh,
like that
okay,
even
I see
better.
it.
Oh, I
But
like
what
that
I've
moss.
done, what I've
Yeah.
done
That
is I've
moss.
taken the ones that are really, really white and
That
not
moss does
yellowish.
Well, what is that moss?
That is hooker moss.
Oh, I need some hooker moss.
I have a whole
I need a
aquarium.
little hooker. I need a hooker in my
That was
life.
called hooker moss? I'm gonna.
This is going to the expo with me on Saturday. That's why I have it all in this tank, cleaning it out, cleaning it up. But it's basically this moss right here.
Oh man.
Instead of a
Now-
shirt, send that to Dr. Anthony.
Yeah, give me a hooker moss.
Jerry, do you sell your shrimps in your plants right now?
I'm starting to, yes. I've been getting ready for the show on Saturday. I'm doing a big expo here local, and I'm selling my
Okay.
mosses and my shrimps and my fish.
Geek boy.
And
Of course
where's
it
that
really is.
expo
Yeah.
gonna be at?
It's going to be in Irving and Dallas Fort Worth from 10
Okay.
to 4. It's the DFW Aquarium Association Spring Expo. Yes, I'm the hookup for Hooker.
Yeah, you are.
You know, when you're single for 8 years, you kind of need some friends in your life. So I have a lot of hookers.
Well,
Well,
what
all right.
do you say about this Snow White crystal?
Hey, Cecil, what's going on, buddy?
My ex-wife was a stripper. Don't make fun.
I'm not making fun. My first
Was
love
that
was
because
with
you're
Lance.
I am.
He's a musician, so they always get the strippers.
Yeah.
Papa Pimp.
Okay.
Or if you just go there a lot, sometimes you can hook up.
So, what's your score, Papa Shrimp?
What's my store?
Your
Score.
score.
Oh, my score on that one, I'm going to have to agree with you guys. I go about a 5. There's not enough coloration in the legs, and it's just not white enough. It's kind of
It's not white enough.
golden.
Okay. Well,
Like the only reason why I showed you mine was because that's something that I look for is you could tell the difference of the ones that are a little bit orangish or yellowish and the ones that are like bleach white.
1 and 8.
Number 1 is John Cox with a 4.
John.
John
What'd you
gets
say?
one.
Number 8.
Yeah, number 8.
And Elisa with a 9.
Oh.
Ooh.
Well, Lisa was the high score on this one.
But you still get a total of 30, and it is the lowest shrimp. So,
Well,
Yeah,
That's
those
how
are
it
really
goes.
hard to be appreciated because, like you said, if they don't look like super white, then they kind of look bad.
Blah. Yeah.
now here's a guy called a shadow panda. Now this looked like my Taiwan bees, but mine didn't have that blue in the middle. It was more of a brown and light tan. But it looked a lot like this, my Taiwan bee things. I
So
think.
why is it called a shadow panda there, Papa Shrimp?
Because of the bluish into the white.
Okay.
So when
Have
it
a
has
good night
that
there,
blue,
Susan.
they call it
Oh,
like
it's
a
like
blue,
a
it's like a
shadow.
blue shadow. Yeah.
Is it actually lighter on top, or is it just because of the light from above?
It
John
varies
Cox
from
is
shrimp to
amazing.
shrimp. Some of them are really, really blue and
Oh,
it's all the way
sorry.
through.
Oh, Benjamin's a
Well,
fan.
awesome. Well, let's see what this sucker gets. The shadow.
No, I'm
What
gonna give
do
it.
you give this thing?
I'm gonna give it a 10.
Oh,
Ooh, Skipper really
That-
likes. Now,
That shrimp's awesome. I just love the looks of it, the way that shadow is with the white, with like the hint of blue, but then the black pops around it. I love it.
can you make one of these in yellow and black?
I don't think they have those patterns yet. Right now, for the yellows, the closest we've got to yellow and black is the orange hornets or the golden hornets. And those, it's kind of like a off color yellow and black. Those are the closest to black and yellow that so far are in the market.
I wish they would make a bright red where this black is and a bright yellow where this is.
oh, you'd have like 10,000 of them.
I would. Yeah, well, if I could
know you would.
Because these guys again are the harder ones to keep. They're not the easies. So, Whip, what did you say?
I haven't yet. Maybe I like it. I don't know if it's
So it's going to be a 2 since he likes it.
I don't know that it's as good as some of the other ones, so I'm going to give it like a 7.
Oh, a 7. I wrote down a 6 for you for some reason while I was waiting. Okay.
It's
say
a high
6.
7. I would almost 8, but not quite.
Dr. Anthony, what do you think of this guy?
I give it an 8.
Is that a no?
An
A 0?
8. An 8. Ocho.
I was doing that with my fingers, trying to figure out which one that was.
The finger. Got that
Well,
finger out.
single
Uno,
thing.
dos, tres, cuatro.
That's what I was doing in my head.
Okay, Papa Shrimp, what do you think about these guys?
Normally, I really, really love shadow pandas because of the blue. This one, I'm going to have to give it a 7, just because the blue's not as prominent as I like to see in shadow pandas.
Gotcha.
Otherwise, it's
Okay.
just a panda, a black panda.
Oh, I got you. Okay, we got a 4 and a 7.
Linda Worth with a 9.
Hi, Linda.
And Janet
Coming
Doo with a 9. That gives you a nice 5-0 for this one.
Nice.
Whoa.
Winky, you know
Yeah, you're welcome, Oinky.
you're welcome.
What did Winky say?
She said, "Thank you both for reaching out to me during this past week. There were days where I barely remember what happened from being so sick."
And she's disappointed that Ed
Bummer.
didn't reach out to her more. she
Yeah.
said.
Yeah. And,
Well,
and Ed
I just wondered if
completely
late.
ignored me.
Okay, here we go. Next one.
Moving on.
Snowflake
Ooh.
Galaxy Fishbone.
Ooh, pretty.
Oh, I like
Now,
it.
I probably should have tried to find a fishbone facing from above so we could see more of the fishbone pattern. But these guys are always cool, and I think they always are neat to see at the shrimp competitions.
You guys got to wait for Skip to say start. Stop it. Now we don't know.
Oh, I'm sorry, Skip.
No,
You're good. Go
started
ahead.
voting.
I got it. You're good. Go ahead.
Okay. All right.
Okay, Skipper, what do you say about this snowflake?
The
What can you
snowflake
say about
generation.
snowflakes? Yeah.
Sorry, I just went dark there for a second.
Just a
I'm
minute.
going to
Just
give
for a
them an
second.
8. I'm going to give them an 8. I think it's a pretty shrimp. I like it. I like the speckles in it. Kind of, to me, would make you think of the bone pattern in the creases there. But I'm going to give it an 8.
I think these are expensive, but I don't know. But okay, Dr. Anthony, what do you think of this guy?
You skipped me. Dang it.
No, I went under me as Dr. Anthony.
You know,
But Skip-
I have three of my three favorite shrimp. It's the boas. It's what's the other one I gave a 9 to?
Snowflake?
No, the tigers.
The dragon blood and the tiger.
Yeah, the tigers
Oh,
and this
Yep,
one.
the red tiger.
So I love fish bones, and so I'd give this a 10.
Oh, wow, Dr. Anthony. And
It's one-
we'll ask Papa Shrimp in a minute if they come in different colors, but we'll let Whip give his number next.
I'm going to give it a 1. No, I'm just kidding. I'm going to give it a 9. I'm going to give it a 9. I really, really like that shrimp. That is a good looking shrimp right there.
Okay, now let's find out if we voted right or wrong here. What do you say, Papa Shrimp?
We give a 10.
10.
You're
You
muted.
muted yourself there, young man.
Yeah, you. We cannot hear you.
It's
There he
one
is.
of my favorite patterns.
Oh, does
Yeah,
it come
mouth
in more
is
than one
moving.
color?
They come in black, they come in red, and they're coming in gold
Still can't hear
also.
you. Oh, there you go.
But that's
So-
basically that one to me is one of my favorite because I think the fishbone pattern itself is very hard to stabilize and get consistent throughout the colony. You end up getting more of a spot or a skunk line most of the times, or they end up turning into boas eventually because it never really formed a distinct pattern of the fishbone. So to me, I like the fish bones better than boas just because I think boas are fish bones that didn't form right and they just have random splotches on their body. Plus, this one has awesome spider legs.
Yeah, the legs are
That
cool.
does.
Yeah, this one in particular. I mean, I don't know one shrimp from another, but that looks badass right there.
Have you ever seen a
Hey,
dancing
Cheryl
man
Smith.
shrimp?
A who?
Is it called a dancing or a jumping man shrimp? It's like a little figure of a man jumping on the back.
Oh,
They
the
were-
dancing man shrimp. Those are the tigers that on when you look at them from on top, it has the dancing man.
Yeah.
And I think Shelly
doing-
Speet was one of the ones that helped stabilize that line over there across the country.
I saw those in New York at the Aquatic Expo at the international show. And
Like
it
a
was
long
really
time
cool.
ago.
Yeah. Luke Up was really cool and was like came over to me because I was wearing a German t-shirt. And so he started talking to me and explaining everything to me. I didn't even know that he was who he was. You know, it was really cool. So I got to talk to him for like a half hour while he explained shrimp to me.
See, I can't decide if I ever meet the guy if I'm going to talk to him about shrimp photography or playing heavy metal music.
Yeah, I mean,
Or all three. Why not? Why choose?
well, we talked German food and German hockey. So, and art, I guess. So he knows a lot of stuff. But okay, so let's roll the dice and see what the people say. This has potential to do well. 1 and 3.
One is Cecil with a 9.
Cecil
Cecil.
coming
You
in
know
with
what
a
you're
nice
talking about.
9.
And
Good to hear Cecil's voice.
who was
Or
what
Hank.
was the next number? 3.
3 and a 1.
Zenny with a 6.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh.
6! Zeddy!
So
Oh, because it's
Zen
because it's not a
just
Neo.
destroyed this.
It didn't. You
This
got
one had a-
52.
52.
A 50. It had a chance of winning until that happened.
She's laughing.
Well, I thought the top score was 50 so far.
No,
No,
it was
no,
not
the
54.
The top
54.
score
56.
is. Wait a minute.
It was 54.
That is the
55.
top. That is the top score right now. 52.
I thought no.
Well, what was the dragon blood?
51.
Oh.
Are you sure? Because it got 10, 8, 8, 9, 10, 8.
My phone does not lie.
There you go.
Okay,
We've got the
this one's
definitive
got
answer.
8,
Moving on.
9, 10, 10, 9, 6. Okay. Next. The
June.
zebra pinto. What do you think of this guy? And we'll go to Dr. Anthony first.
He's unprepared.
Nope, I'm looking at it. I was just responding to someone's text to me. I'd give this a 9er.
Whoa. We're trying to get somebody to win.
I would like it more if that spotted pattern would be all over the body.
Up front,
Now,
Just entire body covered with spots.
the front part all the way back.
Yeah, but on top.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
when we get to Papa Shrimp, I'm going to ask him a question about this. But Whip, what do you say?
I'm going to give it a 9, 8. I'm going to give it an 8 because I don't like it quite as much as that last one, but I do like it a lot.
Okay. And Skip?
I'm giving it a 9 also. I like the coloration on it. I don't know. I think it's a pretty shrimp.
It's real. It moves around like a shrimp. That's real cool. Because this was actually a video, and I had to stop the video and take this image, and he was like dancing around. It was real cool. Okay, now Papa Shrimp. They call these zebras, but they don't really have stripes. Wouldn't it have been better to be called a leopard or something? Or
Well, this is where it gets a little bit dicey when it comes to these, because so far the Snowflake Galaxy, the boa shrimp, and this one basically are all the same. They're just different patterns. So this one being a zebra, it's almost not a zebra because it's not as defined with just the little splashes. It's just the little dashes that go across the back. That's what makes it a zebra, like the one that's kind of blurry in the back behind it.
yeah, and you know what? Maybe it was a whole video that was like 30 seconds long. Maybe I took a picture of the wrong one. Maybe I should have picked one with more stripes. It was just, I kind of like how this one kind of had like greenish in the blue, and all the others were more blue.
See, those are my Galaxy Pintos, but some of them are zebra. Some of them
Let's make you big.
Some of them are metallics. Let's see if I can get this thing to focus.
You got to back up and zoom.
Back out and zoom.
It's not
I
done.
think it's the glare. It's too bright. Because usually I can get it pretty good. But these guys.
I can't even see shrimp.
Yeah, I know. Me neither.
I see shrimps.
I just see the hooker moss.
Oh, now I see him. Now I got him. I got him now.
I thought we was playing a version of Stephen P's game there for a minute.
Oh, look at how good they're looking.
Now they
This
look
one
good.
that's in the middle, he's walking to be in focus.
Yeah.
Oh, look, they're going to fight right in the middle. Oh, they hit heads, and the little one backed off from the big one.
I think I'm going to Papa Shrimp's house and raiding his refrigerator there.
In my absence from YouTube and streaming, I have been working really hard on my shrimp. And I'm finally getting to a point where I'm really, really happy with some of the shrimp I have.
How do you feel about shrimp, Papa Shrimp?
I love shrimp.
Yeah, that's where I wanted to hear.
We could go to eat some shrimps right now. Okay, well, Papa Shrimp, what do you score this guy?
I think I had set a 7, right?
Oh, a 7. Okay. And John says these are better. Oh, wait, they're better, nice, and blue. I don't know. So, Geek Boy's here. I've not seen
Those
the
are
look
better
at
than
the
our
hooker
nice
game.
and blue. Those
And-
are
oh,
better than
never mind.
nice and blue.
Those are better if they are nice and blue. Probably what he's meant.
Yeah, that's a tough one to read there, Johnny. I have you been drinking? Do you hit your head? I got that from
can-
Skipper today. I got Bozo
can-
earlier, and then I got did you hit your head?
Right on, Oinky.
I can read it just fine. 7
We got 7 and
and
3.
3. You got a number 9 from SC Cat House.
Woo!
House. He's my friend in real life.
And an 8 from Linda Worth.
Linda. That's my mother-in-law. That isn't really my mother-in-law.
Does she
She's
know your
probably-
wife?
No, but in fact, she's probably half my age. So it's hard to be my mother-in-law. But every time I see her
You got
name,
that scored a 50.
nice.
Okay, that's a good score. And you know, we're running late. We
Yeah,
had
you're
2
into-
more
you-
shrimp, but should we stop it?
You're into my stream, man.
Keep
I know,
going.
I'm sorry.
Keep going.
Well, we'll go real quick. And we'll
Skipper's
make because these are cool ones. This is one of my favorites. I own this one. This is in. I don't own this one, but I have these, and I put these on a dark substrate, and they went from green to black, almost. And I don't like them, and so I wish I had them on a light substrate so I could see that green popping, because it looks so cool. I've got them in with water lettuce, and they hang on the roots of the water lettuce real cool. You know, they kind of look like little Tarzans all over the place in there. But I can't give it a score. So what say you, Mr. Dr. Anthony?
Eight.
Uh-oh. I can't hear Dr. Anthony. Can anybody
said
else
8.
hear him?
Yeah,
Hey,
he
you
said eight.
didn't hear me.
Oh.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
you were
They
too busy
heard me in
talking.
Seattle.
I don't know. Maybe my internet's going weird. Okay. And Whip?
8. That is a badass looking little shrimp. I feel like I could kill Superman
Awesome.
with that shrimp.
You probably
Yeah.
could. Superman would at least run. Okay, and how about you, Skip?
I would love to get this shrimp.
Right? That is a
It's,
nice looking shrimp.
I got mine from Priscilla.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
right. I
long
forgot
ago.
she used to have those. That was a while ago.
Yeah, I got
what,
mine years
what did
ago.
Whip say?
Go.
What did Whip say?
2 8s. Dr. Anthony
said
said
8.
8. I said 8.
Well, I'm going to round both of them up with a 9, so I'm going to make mine a 10.
Ooh,
Whoa.
nice.
I think it's
That's
beautiful.
a smart way of thinking.
Alyssa gave it a
Okay.
10 as well.
Papa Shrimp, what do you think of these guys? These are a sharp-looking shrimp, and look, they're green. Even their antennas are green.
Yeah, I'd have to go with 10 with these.
Whoa!
With a disclaimer that these are one of the hardest to keep stable. That's why a lot of people in the chat are saying, I have some, they turned blue. I have some, they turned really, really dark. You
Yeah.
know,
Are these Neos or just regular Carradina?
Neos.
They're Neos? Because that I know that was one of Zenny's ultimatums. It was like a 9 if it was a Neo, or if it was a Card. You know what I'm saying? If it's a Neo, it's a 10. If it's the other one, it's a 9.
I've never liked green shrimp because
Carradina.
I'm red-green colorblind, but I made some green shrimp and now I love them.
Well,
I
green's
love
my
green.
favorite color, so that's why I got them. 8 and a 5.
I bought some of these off the Bloomfield probably a couple years ago. And I was so disappointed because they came in so dark, they were black. And he said, well, competition grade greens are actually black. You know, it's a dark, dark, dark green. So he put me in my place.
Yeah, well, that's where competition's stupid.
Yes,
Yeah.
sometimes they are, and I agree with that statement. Being a judge for 3 of the shrimp contests so far, I have a problem with that because I got booted from being a judge one year because the green shrimp that I looked at, I didn't like the color of green. And when I went from shrimp to shrimp, they were different. So I gave it a lower score than they thought they should have because it was competition grade green. Well, I didn't like it. So I scored it appropriately for me. But that's just one of the, I like the green like this better
Yeah.
than the competition green,
Yep.
if that makes any sense.
All right, so we got Aquarium Domain with a 10 and the Dennis
What?
Christensen with a 10.
Jeremy, I didn't
That
even
makes the Green Emerald top dog with a 56.
Ooh.
Holy crap! That makes me feel good because that's a shrimp that I actually. Well, now, Papa Shrimp, that's where I said, as soon as I got these, they came in, I thought, really dark. But then when I put them on the dark substrate, I couldn't see the green in them anymore, basically. Does a
So,
dark substrate make them darker, or does that just a fish thing?
I'm kind of half and half. I mean, nature could provide them the ability to somewhat camouflage themselves to the background, but I think it's more of the water conditions versus the substrate color. Just like on your or your Caridina shrimp that are like your boas and some of your pintos that will change colors. Their striping will go from white to blue. Um, and I think that's just, it depends on the water. It depends on if they're spawning. It depends on if they're sick. They change colors a little bit. So I would kind of assume the same thing's happening with the Neos, but don't quote me on it. I'm not Dr. Anthony.
Well, but I'm not Dr. Shrimp either. You know, Dr. Fish
I've got-
maybe, but not Dr. Shrimp.
I have Corys that emerald Corys, and I had a spawn. I put half on dark substrate and half on like white sand, and the ones on the black sand turned very dark, and the ones on the light sand are really light. So Cory cats definitely change their color from it. It's pretty cool. It's weird to see. Okay, the last one, and then we're going to be going over to Whip's channel, and if somebody wants to drop a link, we'll do that. But let's look at this last fish. Oh, it's a Rilly. Okay, I wanted a Rilly. This wasn't really the Rilly that I wanted to show.
really?
Yeah, I wanted to show my favorite Rilly is the one that's orange and white, or orange and clearish, is my favorite. But we've got a green Rilly, but it's got like a blue belly, which is unusual to me. But this is everybody's opportunity to get an easy fish with a high score.
Easy fish, huh?
Well, easy shrimp.
It's a really green.
These guys, they breed just like cherry shrimp. So if you can keep cherry shrimp alive, you can keep Rillies alive. In my opinion. Well, except for Papa Shrimp, because these are his hard shrimps. These are so easy, they're hard for him.
I just know that anything that says green on it is probably one of the hardest to keep stable.
Okay. So maybe I did a good job of picking this one. It was just the only really, it was the closest big really image that I could find of a really. So, but well, let's start with Papa Shrimp. We've never started with him. What do you think your score for this guy would be?
Just because of the colors that this one particular shrimp has, which it's probably a unicorn, I'd have to give this one an 8.
Ooh, nice. Oops, I put that in Dr. Anthony's spot. Let's go to Dr. Anthony since I just gave you an 8.
I would give it a 7.
Okay. And Whip?
Look at,
It's like a Seattle Seahawk shrimp.
yeah, I'm not enamored with the coloration. I mean, it's kind of cool. I'm not a huge fan of the translucent. I'll give it a 5.
Okay. And Skipper?
I think that's an ugly ass shrimp. I'm giving it a 5. I don't like it at all.
Oh my God. I would love to have a tank of these things. If I had a tank of these things, I would enter them in competitions. I swear I'd enter those in competitions if
And
I
you'd
had
lose-
5
you'd
of
lose
those
a
that
lot.
look just like that. No, I wouldn't. I would win in the Rayleigh category with this guy. If I had
don't
5
like
that looked just like that.
Tina!
Well, okay, let's see what the people said. And we
Let's
got to
see what the
wrap this
people
up
said.
so we can get the whips. We've got a 10 and a 2.
Love you too, Zenny.
Yeah, then he told you.
What Zenny said.
Bam.
That shrimp thinks you're ugly too, Skipper.
I'm with Oscar. He liked drillies too.
Dee Dee with a 7.
Edie, oh, she's a shrimp master too.
That damn chat just jumped.
Edie said 7.
2. And Larry D with a 10.
Oh, Larry D. Larry D. I
Larry
bought the
D.
mummy today.
And you know, I'm not red green colorblind, so I don't know what's going on.
Hey now.
It's
Yeah.
42.
You are super late. But the good thing is you can catch us all in 1 minute.
Check out my cool shirt. It's not shrimpy, but it is green, and it's Vincent Price.
It is Vincent, the one and the only.
That shrimp would go with this shirt. But okay, so what's our score for this guy? Whip?
Yeah.
Or I mean,
Oh,
Skip?
42.
42.
I'm
So
sorry.
does that make
That is a false statement.
So the
Is it green
loser, the
emerald? No.
loser of the night is the Snow White Crystal is the loser, like dead last. The Green Emerald is the winner with a 56.
No, nobody buy these. And everybody ask about. Oh wait, what? Which one?
No, yeah, there you go.
Please.
That one.
I just yelled right into the mic. Apologize.
Nice. Well, let me stop sharing. There we go. Papa Shrimp, thank you so much for bailing us out and coming up and helping us with teaching us some of your knowledge. We appreciate that. That was an
I don't have
awesome
much knowledge.
surprise.
Oh, you have a lot of knowledge.
Well, it's the knowledge that we don't have, and we've got a guy that's a professor. At least he says
Yeah.
he's a professor.
You made him look like a silly old man.
Oh Jesus, here we go.
And Whip is mean and likes to talk over everybody. But thank you, Whip,
that's
for
me.
coming.
That's me.
If you want to see some more of Whip, I don't know how to send everybody straight there, so we'll have to go there. Does anybody have Whip's link in the chat?
There
Zenny
we
it
go.
was already
already.
Yeah.
Thank
Hey,
you, Dr. Anthony, for
Rat
being
shows up
awesome
at the last
tonight.
minute.
Yeah, Dee Dee's making a good point.
What?
Real quick. The scoring was kind of funky because you only had 4 panelists at the beginning, and then I hopped on there and I screwed up all
No,
the
No,
but
that's
Ed
not
didn't
true. That's
vote.
not
I didn't
true.
vote.
Oh.
Yep.
No.
Okay.
You took over my votes.
Oh, okay.
I
And
can't see that.
with the track that you were going was kind of with Ed, so I'd say it was pretty fair.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Because
The way
really,
I'm
I was
looking at it.
going 6, 9, 7, 6, and 8 before you took over. I don't know if you came over in the blue bolts or some, but my knowledge, Papa Shrimp, I keep accidentally calling you by your real name. He taught me how to judge the shrimp at Naquashella, and so I use that stuff that he's taught me, and I really appreciate it a lot. And I wish I would have called you 5 minutes before the show and asked you if you wanted to join us. my special guest was sick 5 minutes before, so it was tough. And I really appreciate you coming out and helping us out. It's really nice of you.
Well, thanks for having me, man.
Panelists, go
You
to
bet.
private chat.
Plus, yeah,
Or where?
I put the link in the for the 5 of us if you
I'm going to
y'all
bed.
want to make it. I know you got to go to bed, Skip. You got to work in the morning because you're a fine, upstanding young man.
I don't know
Skip.
about all that, but I do got to go to work.
I know about that. You're a good man.
And guys, everybody, thank you so much. The mods, you guys were amazing. Thank you for voting, and I appreciate you all. We'll catch you in the next one.